young talent really starting to pay off here.
Big time. She had a great result in Lake Placid, and she can feed off that confidence here this afternoon. She had her bangers and mash, her race meal earlier today. She had a bit of a flat tyre in the final rock garden in Q1, but managed to nurse it across the line in 7th. So she's got a little bit of time up her sleeve. She was the one who was mentioning how much dust has drifted in on top of those rocks here today, so she'll be well aware of that.
Your knowledge of this sport frequently blows me away, but bangers and mash is a new high for me.
I was surprised as a race day meal, sausage and mashed potato, but you know what, Sasha, you do you. And so far, she's doing great with a 1.6 seconds up at the second split.
Really, really good here from Sasha Ernest, taking flight off that hip jump. Big gap jump now. Half a second, still faster than Bouladou for Sasha Ernest.
Well, we know Bouladou built through the run, so these times compared to hers, it's not surprising they're dropping, but Sasha's got to really turn it up here to the finish to go into the lead.
Bouladou absolutely pulverized the final 2 sectors. Sasha Ernest has a job in her hands, and she's going to beat that today, Josh.
Yeah, she's making her way through that final rock garden that brought her undone in Q2, but this is solid so far and a sign of that confidence that she's had so at the end of the season.
Sasha Ernest crosses the line and goes into the lead by 1.3 seconds ahead of Lisa Bouladou. Nico, that time might stand for a bit. We know that Valentina Hall can absolutely destroy race runs as and when it takes the notion to do so. 11 UCI Downhill World Cup wins for her in total in the elite category. She's had a year full of team dramas and going for the shorts and long socks combo, Josh. Great to see that back in full flight.
Not mad about it at all. And I think the freedom that Valley might be able to ride with today, it'll bode well. I mean, she's had a lot of stress, a lot of drama. We've mentioned how much the elite women's field has lifted in 2025, and now Valley to get that win. She's finishing the season on a high, and she can almost enjoy this. I mean, she can enjoy it as much as she needs to.
She's faster by 1.2 seconds. She looks like she's enjoying herself to me.
And I think she enjoys the challenge. She is a racer. She loves to fight. She loves to race as good as possible. She's got 160 on her whoop at the moment, so she's still calm and comfortable for the minute, but that'll all start to go up towards the bottom section.
4 wins here throughout her career. 3rd last time out. Mont-Sainte-Anne's a happy hunting ground for Valentina Hall. Can she make it a 5th win?
When was the last time we saw someone wear shorts?
I had some on the other day, but I wasn't racing.
You can see the faster the run gets and the rougher it gets, that's when Valley starts to excel. She's able to adapt to that speed and the holes and bumps coming at her quicker. She always raises her game when the track gets fast.
She has the strength and the physicality. 4.5 seconds faster than Sasha Ernest. Valentina Hall, well, Josh, we've got our answer. She's given it everything on this one.
We've seen Valentina Hall start incredibly well in multiple rounds so far this season, in particular Leger.
There's a problem for Valentina Hall. It's not going to be 176 beat per minute on her whoop live. And look, front flap, Josh.
And as we just said it, it's the second half that brings her undone. Look at that, but listen to the crowd.
Valentina Hall.
Go on, Valley. Oh, there is the enjoyment. Look at the drama, but she's not concerned.
Listen.
Oh!
Valentina Hall.
There's no way to ride with a front flat.
No, but listen, Valentina Hall is back at the end of 2025. The fun is back, the enjoyment is back, the raw speed is there, and look out, 2026, whenever this woman gets. Marine Cabiru won here last season. Gets her Mont-Sainte-Anne race run underway, the final one of 2025.
She's got a few things to be motivated for today, both the individual win and the team overall. A tight battle between Commensal and Canyon for that overall team of the day.
Fabien Barrel in massive rev-up shocker. That man has got energy and enthusiasm for weeks.
Oh, he was fired up this morning, let me tell you. He made me all excited. I wanted to start doing push-ups and run up and down the mountain. But Marine Cabiru would be a great way to finish the season in a place that she knows well. She had great vibes here last year. She's just back at the first split, but only just. And we saw drama unfold in the lower half. The second half here.
2.1. She's 2.1. Sorry to interrupt you, Josh. She's 2.1 seconds faster than Sasha Ernest now, Nico.
Yeah, what's really impressive yesterday is these top 5 girls were all in the same second. How tight the racing is. She's really going to need to open it up because she's got 4 fast girls behind her ready to drop.
Cabiru dancing through that little gully section.
Slightly bucked off here. We've got a couple of corners to go. This is your last chance to take a breath here. We've mentioned this before. It brought out Lou Ferguson earlier and Valley Hole. She's successfully into the rock garden right now.
Cabirou dancing through Lidal.
And Marine just looking so solid through this whole run. She doesn't look lightning fast through any particular section, but just really good average speed everywhere.
Really clean through there, Josh.
Yeah, a couple of pedal strokes. That's always a sign of confidence.
Taking pedal strokes in Lidal, no laughing matter.
And she's got to carry the momentum down this flat final section.
Gets the double jump. Yes. That allows for a good amount of pump on the backside to carry extra speed. Now there's one key part
here we go,
here.
7.6 seconds faster than that time of Sasha Ernest. This is looking really good.
You can see the momentum that she carried down here. Now they go into the lull. There's no crowd, a couple of berms. She's got one rock garden to go. This is massive from Marine Cabirou this afternoon.
Marine Cabirou won here last season. Is she about to go back-to-back in successive years in Mont-Sainte-Anne? The French woman in Quebec heads towards the finish line. Marine Cabirou crosses it 7.2 seconds faster than Sasha Ernest. Smashes the time off the hot seat. What can she come out of today with?
And the drama from Nina last year, exploding that wheel across the line.
140 beats per minute on her Whoop live out of the gate. We'll keep a track of that across the run. Medical crews, I'm told, still with Gracie Hemstreet. We'll bring you an update just as soon as we get one. Heads towards the big gap, takes it off with ease. This will be the section, Josh, that really starts to play into her favour.
Big time. She'll be able to carry some great speed down here into the rock garden, where we expect to see Nina Hoffman really start to chew away at that small margin in second place right now.
She's so physically strong, Nico. Let's see what the next split tells us. Yeah, a tenth of a second back.
And just nothing in it, too. I mean, if they were mirrored at this point, you wouldn't be able to tell who's in the lead. Oh. Really good drive. It's such a big compression out of the woods, but she timed it well. Let's give her a good drive there.
She stayed locked into that body position all the way through, Josh, didn't she?
Yeah, stayed all the way through. Will she get this double jump over the tree stump here? Not quite. She goes for the inside. A couple of extra cheeky pedal strokes in. We're going to come up to this next split. This is where Marine really accelerated through here.
Big time gaps in this race so far. 4/10 of a second. It's moving away from her.
That double is what did it. Marine pulled that nicely, and Nina did a great job of skipping it, but if that give Marine the advantage there.
Yeah, that little backside can carry the momentum all the way through into the lower part here. We've got a couple of rock gardens to go and into the final couple of jumps, and as we just saw, it ain't over till it's over.
It's smoother, it's flatter, but it's very hard to find somewhere to pedal. Hoffman pedaling midair, crosses the finish line, goes second by 7/10 of a second. Absolutely nothing in it at the front of this one. 11th last week in Lake Placid for the reigning European Continental Champion.
She did a great job of building back after that summer break. She had that broken collarbone in Ludenviel this year.
She runs that big left and heads into the woods. There's Max Commensal and Cedric Ravenel watching on the bottom.
Good exit speed out of there into this lower wood section. So she's definitely riding with a good level of anticipation and preparing for what's up next.
What those two don't know about bike racing, not worth knowing. 400ths of a second back at the second split. That's moving slightly back away from Bowman now into Loretta's the first time.
0.0 is nothing though. It's as if you started the race from here.
Just lumping through those roots on the way through this gully section. Really tricky not to pinball your way off either side of it, Josh.
Yeah, she needs to pay attention here. This is where she really needs to lock in and be focused on what's in front of her. She's had a great upper section and riding really fast. Almost identical time to our leader right now.
Cedric and Max both liking it as they watch on at the bottom. What's the next split going to tell us from Lisa Bowman?
And this lower high-speed section is where that slightly lighter rider could definitely struggle a little, but she can make it up in the rocks if she gets a good amount of momentum and backside on the key zones.
Off the Stevie Smith drop then. Her other half racing tomorrow, Matisse Cesaro, 1.7 seconds back though at the third split for Lisa Bowman. That mightn't be enough, Nico.
Doesn't quite get the entrance speed here, and you could see through the rock garden before, just got hung up on some of those rocks, so wasn't quite hitting the smooth edges. Into the next timing split, definitely went backwards a little bit.
Yeah, fortunately lost a lot of time in there, Nico.
Still third, but the first two riders just really excelled over that last flat section.
Yeah, there's some big time gaps out there at the minute, as we're used to seeing in Mont-Sainte-Anne, but maybe tiredness setting in on this one a little bit, Josh.
Yeah, maybe. Great upper section. You could see that she was on par, but it's just costing her a little bit of speed and momentum down the lower half.
Lisa Bowman heads towards the line. Final run of the year for her. Goes into third place, 4.7 seconds back.
With 2 to go, that's still a solid run.
16 podiums, 2022 overall title, 2020 Worlds title, Swiss national champion.
Going out with a bang as well. Qualifying second, just a 0.0 off the first place quality spot.
I did swing by the Yeti Fox factory tent earlier this morning, and Cammy definitely had a certain level of race day stress and anxiousness about him today, which usually comes from a confidence and belief.
Similar to the other retiree, Harasnik, actually. There's not one thing that... She is faster by 0.2 of a second. There's not one thing, as you say, Nico, that stands out above all others. She's just always there. Fret every week.
Some of the other riders, like the past two that we've seen, do tend to struggle with carrying speed on flatter sections, but that's not an issue for Cammy. She can handle all these steeper, gnarlier sections at the top and still deliver a really good bottom split.
Balanche off this gap jump now. It's a decent size. That Josh looks nothing from that angle, but his big takes flight off the hip jump, gets the big gap done. Balanche out into the open now before she heads towards the Stevie Smith drop. Reaches the halfway point of this course. Huge, huge track here in Mont-Sainte-Anne.
That Special Project downhill bike will bode well on this high speed straightaway here. It carries great speed along the rocks.
It looked like she anchored up slightly to get on that inside line. 1.5 seconds back now, Nico. I don't know if that worked for her.
Yeah, she covered less distance, but she had to really check up to get into it. She could make 1.5 in this last section, but as we saw, the first two riders, the two in the hot seat, really did a good job through this next section.
Josh, what are you seeing here? What are you thinking?
She's carrying a little bit better speed than some of the girls before her. She's got a good entrance into the rocks.
Here we go.
Great entrance into the rocks. Cammy is charging hard here this afternoon. Gets a little bit hung up.
Into Liddell for the last time of her career. Threads the needle really nicely.
Smoothly through that inside line. And look at the drive she gets out of it as well.
Yeah, carrying some good exit speed there.
Massive! Huge, huge crash on the way out of the first section of Liddell for Camille Balanche.
You could see how much extra speed she was carrying at the top. She almost got a couple of double jumps, but just got hung up on that final rock section there. Oh, what a devastating moment there.
She's up. Goodness, she's
on her feet.
On her feet, shakes her head, waves the hands over her head. Nico, talk us through this.
Such a gnarly compression out of the woods. There's a few things you have to time correctly, and she just kind of got kicked off the back and landed into the face of one of the next holes.
It was no better looking in slow motion. An amazing career comes to an end for Balanche, but a race run gets underway for Miriam Nicole up top, Josh.
I'll tell you what, Miriam Nicole getting the fastest qualifying time yesterday. We've mentioned a lot amongst our elite women's field how there's a bit of a struggle to find a fight. The overall's been wrapped up. Tani's not racing today. Gracie Hemstreet had second wrapped up, but Miriam Nicole, she is chasing the win here today. She wants it. She's had a hugely turbulent season. She's been riding better and better race after race, and in Mont-Sainte-Anne, Pom Pom can absolutely raise it to a new level.
14 starts here, most of them. She's finished inside the top 8th last season, second in Lake Placid. Best we've seen of her so far, French rider in Quebec. Miriam Nicole Pompon on track, last rider on course, and she's 0.04 of a second faster.
Yeah, she's in touch. She's absolutely using every centimetre of this course here this afternoon. She's slightly down, 55 kilometres an hour.
Max Commensal and Cedric Ravenel watching on at the bottom. Marine Cabarrou leads the way here from Nina Hoffman and Lisa Baumann. Top three, covered by 4.7 seconds. Miriam Nicole is looking to put herself into control this one as she heads into Liddell.
Look at the entrance speed. She really comes in there quick.
Nicole throwing everything at it through here.
Good line through the rocks. Look at the exit speed here. She's got to get a good backside off this next exit of this section.
Just bent the right shoulder around that tree beautifully.
Just got hung up on the inside there. Hopefully that rock didn't cause any damage. She's coming into the next split. Good amount of exit speed off the final rocks.
Will she go for the step down here? This could be it.
Nicole, is she going to pull it?
She goes to the right. Let's see what the time says now.
Miriam Nicole exits the second part of Liddell. It's a long run to the finish line. What's it going to say? 2.1 back. It's looking like Marine Cabarrou.
Wow,
2.1
just shows how much that jump in the woods made for Marine.
And that's the attention to detail that we're used to seeing from Cabarrou after all these years. But Nicole never count her out until it's done.
Marine, this was still a good run for Marine. She can take plenty of positives here today, and this might light the fire just enough to see her come back in a dominating fashion for 2026.
Miriam Nicole crosses the line into third place then. Marine Cabarrou, 2.2 seconds. The winner today. Marine Cabarrou backs up her win from last season with another one in Mont-Sainte-Anne this afternoon. Nina Hoffman, second place by 7/10 of a second. Miriam Nicole, third place today. 2.2 back.
Wow, what a moment for Marine to come back to Mont-Sainte-Anne after her win last year, after a drama from the season this year so far.
Yeah, I'm just happy to take the win today. It's just incredible. I give my best whole week to hope a good result today, because last week was not really good for me, and I have 5 good races this season and some really bad. So I'm happy to take the win, and I can't hope for a better result to end this season.
Nina Hoffman in second. Miriam Nicole in third. She should still be happy with that. It's another podium for Pom Pom.
Marine Caberu for the Canyon Collective chalks another win that puts her level with the legend that is Missy Giove in terms of wins chalked in this sport. Crucial. There's confirmation of the overall. Valentina Holland locked it up last weekend in Lake Placid. Takes ahead of Gracie Hemstreet. The latest on Hemstreet we're hearing is that she's conscious and with medical staff and has been stretchered away from the site of that horrific crash. But Valentina Holt finally rewarded with yet another overall title.
Well deserved for Valley. She was definitely pushed this season. The other girls had leveled up to her, but she delivered when it mattered, and she was the most consistent through this 10-race series.
I think that's the big thing, is that she was asked a lot of questions this year on all fronts, but she came up with answers for all of them. Hoists the trophy. Valentina Hall wins the 2025 UCI Downhill World Cup overall title.